Good morning, and thank you for joining us again for day 3 of the London Summer World Camp. We can't thank you enough for allowing us into your space. Whether you are home or you're on your way to church or having breakfast with your family, this is the London Summer World Camp final day, final morning. I am not alone today. I am here with my friends. It's a girls' party, isn't it, this morning?
It is.
How are you all doing?
We're good. I'm good.
I'm doing amazing, to be honest.
Great. Yeah. So let's talk a bit about how the London Summer World Camp has been, like last night and now this morning, final day of the conference. So you, Kati, what has it been like?
Was really given to us. All I can do is that I need to go back and meditate upon the words that were given to us, because God is truly moving, and I wouldn't want to leave anything that was said undone. It was a glorious experience from all the ministers of God that spoke to us. I just digest and sit down and meditate upon the word. Yeah,
definitely. One thing that helps me after a conference like this, how to retain this information, because it's too much. Yes, I'll go back, watch the videos and make my own notes, but then also sharing what I learned with other people. So say colleagues would ask me like, oh, what did you do over the weekend? And I was like, I was attending this conference and this is what they were talking about. And I was like, oh my goodness, they talked to us about how the power of the tongue and how our words are so powerful. And I'm like, I'm going to change. Like I'm no longer that patience that is just saying words aimlessly or anything aimlessly, because now I know like it's very important what I say, because even some words you may not even say them, but you've thought about them. And they're telling us about how like when you think a bad thought, just hold your mouth, like keep quiet, don't say anything, because you just sometimes the spirit has already perceived it, and the spirit doesn't even know how to joke about these things. So the moment you can even bring it out as a joke, but the spirit is not taking it as a joke, and this is going to manifest. And sometimes we're seeing things manifest in our lives and we're wondering what's happening. Like I didn't even talk about this, but you thought about it and the spirit perceived it, So I'm not joking about words and thoughts anymore.
It's a big one.
Yeah, and I like what you said, Patience, when you spoke about speaking to your friends, because sometimes when you hear things like this and you don't say it out, your ear sometimes doesn't sound like you've heard it when it's coming from your mouth. But when you have people that you are accountable to, and I like that. I'm going to take that. Get a group of people, listen to each of the sessions, pray about what you've heard, look at your notes, because sometimes we as Christians, truly, we take a lot of notes during conferences like this, but how many times do we go back to reading our notes and revisiting the sermons that we have heard and practicing it? So I like that, gather a few friends. I hope I'll be part of this group. Definitely. She said it on air.
Yeah, don't leave me behind.
Yeah.
So forming a group chat, I've been looking for members, and you guys are the first people in that group chat.
Awesome. And what about worship? How should we? Because from the first night, which was the Ebenezer night, when Pastor was speaking about when Pastor Pedro was speaking about mercy, and also talking about worship and the essence of worship. How should worship be going forward, knowing that we need to just spend more time worshiping God and less time complaining?
I believe worship should be between you and your Father. And it should take time to communicate with God with the worship. You're praising Him. Sometimes we lose words of what we can say, but with worship we are able to communicate and He listens. So worship does really play a big role in our growth with in our work as Christians. So let it be intimate, do not focus on people that are looking at you. Just be intimate with the Lord while worshiping. Trust me, let it come from the heart. Yeah.
One thing that I really loved about that worship session that I'm carrying forward, when after worship, some of these songs and hymns, they're really like loving on God. It's not just about, maybe I'm looking at God from a very distant point of view. It's like I have brought him closer to me. You're a good God, and I felt it like I want to carry this on, and when I say like, oh, you're a good God, I want this to be reflected in me. Like He is a good God. And after we did the worship session, and then Pastor Pojo did the declarations, that was amazing. I was like, wow, this is something that I'm going to do from now on. Like after the worship, what have I picked from this song or from this hymn? What is it saying about my Father, my God, my friend? And these are things I'm going to be like, oh, I'm a friend of God, Patience. God is good. And these are the things I'm going to be declaring over me throughout the day. But I feel like that's what worship should be about. Really loving on our God. We don't really love on our God like so much. And once you've had a hymn, meditate on this hymn. Don't just leave it there. Like continue declaring throughout the day. And say about God is good. Yes, God is good. Patience, how are you? God is good.
Yeah. And one thing Pastor Kojo also did that I would take back is reading Psalms aloud. Did you? It was so refreshing, so different. And the book of Psalms has different things. Like sometimes when I personally read the book of Psalms, I'm like looking like, did God tell David about me like centuries ago? Yeah. And for me, it's one thing that I would do, reading the book of Psalms and putting those things into practice. Yeah.
You really did take time to read the Psalms for us. I was like, is that part in the Bible? I was so convicted to go back and open it and reread because I was like, no. Where have I been? So I'm so thankful to Pastor Poju, to be honest.
Yeah. And another thing, finally, just so that we can join in, because I can hear the worship session on, and we don't want to miss the worship session. One other thing that stood out when Reverend Isaac Omoleng was speaking yesterday, he said that our cry is liquid prayer. And I was like, sometimes, how when you break down crying, it's like a sign of weakness, but it's not. It is a sign that it's a way of praying, and it's also telling God your heart. And God sees our heart, doesn't He? He knows our needs, doesn't He? And He wants us to be His children, as vulnerable as His babies. He doesn't care about our age. He doesn't care about the experiences. He just wants us to come in, and that is it. And that's a beautiful thing about serving God. Wow, amazing time talking to you, ladies. As beautiful as ever.
It's always a good time. Yeah.
An amazing time having you join us. Thank you so much for being a part of the London Summer Word Camp. Please remember that you can get all of the messages. You can follow this channel, listen, build yourself, get a group of friends, join, pray, and your life will not remain the same. So we'll join the worship session now. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's why my prayer never be the same as yours. The number of my scars, number of my victory. That's why my prayer never be the same as yours. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, say, hey, excuse me. If I get a little bit, I cannot dignify. 'Cause you don't know, like I know what He has done. Oh, one more time, sing, excuse me. If I get a little bit, oh my God, shout, I will dance, I will let them know. What is your response to his goodness? I will sing, I will shout, I will dance. Come on. I will let them know. When I think of the goodness of Jesus, I will sing, I will shout, I will get it. I will let them know. Sing, I will let them know. Everywhere I go, I will shout it on the mountain, I will tell it in the valley. When I wake up in the morning, I will sing of your goodness. When it comes in the evening, I will tell of your love. Hey, I will let them know. I will let them know. Oh, sing, excuse me, excuse me, if I get. Oh, 'cause you don't know. I know what he has done. Oh, now this is your moment. Get undignified in his presence. Come on. Hey, to the. Do what the song says and praise the Lord. I thank you, Jesus. Forever and ever, my God, you are good. Forever and ever, my God, you are forever and ever. Forever, my God, you sing it out. Forever and ever, I will sing of your goodness and your mercy forever and ever. Forever and ever and ever and ever, my God, you are forever. Yeah. My God, you are. I serve. Who is on the Lord's side? Are you on the Lord's side? As we raise you down today. Who is on the Lord's side? Are you on the Lord's side? As we raise a shout of praise. Who is on the Lord's side? Are you on the Lord's side? As we raise a shout of praise. Who is on the Lord's side? Oh, are you on the Lord's side? As we raise you down today. As we raise you down today. Oh, as we bring a dance of praise. Oh, as I soar on the wings of thine own. Oh, as we raise a song today. The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Moses something that way was the response to my word. The fragrance of my worship rose up to the Father. Moses something that was the response to the fragrance of my word. Was up to the Father. Moses something that was the response to my word. The fragrance of my word rose up to the Father. Moses touches my lips. Was the response to my word. First in the fragrance, then it comes to pass. My weather, this is how I win my battle. The mercy was great, then it comes to pass. I worship Him. I win my battle. Everybody come on.